move the Uranus somewhere else.
Oh, like Uranus jungle? Is that what you're talking about?
Please no, that's like something that kind of passed through the back of my thoughts.
I mean, we'll see, we'll see. Let's take a look at the next two picks for EVOS. What are they going to be putting in the mid lane?
Oh,
Ward!
Huh?
Ward and Lapu
This is a Lancelot for RRQ.
It has to be. Easy dive onto the gourd, big punish. They can deny Lapu's big ult.
Yeah.
I feel like EVOS are just expecting to be able to get just easy tsunami slams without retaliation.
Could be a Hayabusa too, by the way.
Can you skill out of Deadly Magic as a Lancelot?
What?
When you get hit by Deadly Magic as a Lancelot, can you
I'm
skill
not too
out?
sure, actually. I haven't
I think you can
had that.
dodge the damage portion. If I'm not mistaken.
So if you time it correctly, the damage doesn't come through?
I think so.
Oh man.
If that's the case, then this is a really good lineup for RRQ.
I'm still stuck on the gourd, man. Like,
It's out, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like RRQ have nailed the drafts, but we'll see how they executed in our first game in the Classic Derby, the 39th Classic Derby. Let's head over to the Land of Dawn.
Is it Master Assassin for Super Dan? No, he does not go Master Assassin this time around.
that's the immediate question. A lot of green on the battle spells for RRQ. Purifies and the Revitalize. That Revitalize has been able to swing a lot of fights in favor for a team. It's an option for a lot of roamers. That might hint that RRQ are willing to scrap and brawl for the first couple of minutes. Can abuse that Revitalize. Lethal advantage for Super Ken though.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing very aggressively already. They're trying to give pressure over to EVOS in this early game. We're going to see the positioning coming in from Super Dan as well on the Uranus. But like you mentioned, it won't be that interesting set.
Yep.
The Master Assassin for Super Dan. Does anything else stand out?
Not with that, it's gonna be an Inspire Bargain Hunter for Fio on the gourd. So he's really relying on being able to escape or the peel maybe from Key. This could be an attempt at just playing a proper front to back, right? And so they're not actually gonna go for pickoff. Super Dan though.
The problem is the match against Onyx here. Oh, zoned away. He's gonna miss out a bit of minions. Actually, no, EVO's just shoved. They're gonna go for the dive here on Super Dan. He's gonna be very, very careful. He dodges away from a few of those hits. Edok will provide backup, and Super Dan gets away with getting all the waves. Interesting move by EVOS to shove, seriously.
Right. Good recovery overall, even though EVOs aren't like executing as cleanly now though. Oof. They back away from Edok. Again, they can't really focus on the Garokacha because of the Revitalize. That means that RRQ has a bit more leeway to move around.
Yep.
And Rin's on the Valentina, again, with the mobility and the security and the Tsunami Slam. This is looking a bit dangerous for EVOS.
Let's see it. Ken on it, pops into puncture. Albert waiting for the moment. That's a flicker. Tsunami Slam coming down, and that's gonna be the lockdown.
Oh!
He walks up on all in as Albert wins out the Retribution. Super Ken with the Phantom Execution backwards. First blood over to the Harley of Albert. And he walks back up over to Rins. He walking up now. No Tsunami Slam. It's still a level 3 Kalea, so, ooh, they will just disengage. Rins there, caught by Airline. Art of Thievery.
You'd think that that would go in favor of RRQ, right? I mean, they did everything right. They had more resources. Key wasn't level 4 yet, where Rins already was. And yet, that early game damage coming from, I would assume, Albert, really changed things. And they were the ones to pick up the neutral objective instead. We're taking a look at talent prediction now by GoPay. Very split right now.
Oh, missed the gush. And the Tsunami Slam. Edong taken out by the Albert Few Key combo of the Gourd Harley.
Magic damage against the Garokacha, it works. Goes through that passive. Again, RRQ, they started up the fight, but they are the ones caught in the combo. They were clumped up in one single bush, and they got hit by Luke, by Few as well. Healthy amount of damage. They just have to space out a bit better, man. Teams are getting really good at finding that big combo, that big engage. You gotta make it difficult, make Key think twice before going in there and getting massive value, getting like a 3-man knockup.
And feels like it's imminent at this point. Despite EVOS holding on to the gold lead, there is still some time for RRQ to come back. We're seeing a gank onto Super Toy actually, but they're not gonna get it.
Yep. Ducks right there, 2 Rins. Has Tsunami Slam. Good respect by Albert.
Okay.
Back to the waiting game for now. The thing is, when EVOs are, you know, in this neutral state, not really invading, not really backing away, they have the Harley to really throw questions at RRQ. You know, the same can't be said for them. Lancelot is mobile, but it doesn't have the same kind of like surprise factor as the Harley does. So they gotta be careful right here when they're transitioning.
Whoa! Flicker jump. Luke comes in as well. The AOG comes around, but it's a bit too late as the Mystic Gush deals with him. Oh! El Momento is online.
Is down as well. Kido
is able to jump away. Super Toy can't get the last hit, but Super Dan goes in and finds a kill. Blazing the down as that's gonna be Albert in the backline as Super Ken wins out the red tree battle, but Albert gets a kill on Toy. Ken on the gold crab. It goes to him. Albert with the chase. Phew. Just a bit more damage.
Great clapback from RRQ. It was a 1-for-1 trade all in all, but they were able to pick up the next turtle, so they're denying a little bit more resources away from EVOS. And Super Dan this time can be a little bit more oppressive now into the enemy jungle, and we are seeing that come to light. But that initial gold lead that EVOS had, it's falling, it's faltering now for RRQ.
Watching just a little bit. Super Toy got taken out, but overall, if you look at the gold, he's not too far away from Airland, so all in all, good recovery. You gotta be careful though. I think they need to really respect Key and the pickoff potential.
Ooh, Ken took that away. Red tree, steal.
Yeah, Super Ken's ahead as well now by 1 level in EXP. It should give him a little bit more of an advantage when it comes down to that retribution. Of course, picking up neutral objectives. Albert is close by, hitting that level 9 finally.
Luke hovering around though. Is he trying to... Okay, just gets a bit of damage. A bit of vision control for his team as well. 40 seconds and RRQ are sticking around together as much as possible. No need to take unnecessary risks. But right now you're seeing Luke already stand by on the bottom side. That might lead to a macro advantage for EVOS later on, but for now...
Oh, again, always there, Mystic Gush and the Deadly Magic. He has had Rinz's number all game so far. It's trade for the kingdom though. They get a turret, tier 1 up top.
Not a good game for our captain Rinz. Finally coming back into the lineup, but here he's standing at a 0-2-0. 100% targeted by Key and 100% down before every objective after that second turtle.
Back up though.
So EVOS, looks like they have an advantage for a little bit.
Oh, good zoning there. By Few, Super Ken! With the right tree as Albert was zoned away by the AOG. Now it's Edog walking up. That's gonna be the chrono dashes constantly. Edog will fall to Fuse Mystic Gush. Down in the midst of it all, is able to escape. Neutral objective for RRQ. Kill to EVOS.
Interesting indeed. That was a quick response from RRQ to try and get in the way of EVOS. They definitely understood what RRQ were trying to do though. Bursted it down, but Super Ken, I think he had the... Did he have the level advantage there?
He did. He was a level ahead.
Alright, and that's where it comes through. Okay, this go. What a dive.
Army slam under turret though. Rinz right there to follow it through as well. That's Key taken very low. Doesn't have to flicker just yet. A stun, Mystic Gush by Few! Dan gets away with a dash out. Edog's right there to back him up. The gold crab actually goes to RRQ.
But that's the thing, right? When we're looking at these skirmishes and these team fights, it's like EVOS only have one answer. They go through the cycle of spells, and then in the long scheme of things, they don't really have anything left. Like even the Claude utilizes and relies on the Blazing Duet. Few relies on the Mystic Gush. Key, Tsunami Slam. Meanwhile, RRQ, they can circle through their skills and circle through their damage throughout the team fight a little bit better. That's why I think RRQ have been finding more advantages after they go for team fight.
Gotta say though, I wasn't expecting the Gore to be this big of a problem. RRQ's aggression is being stopped primarily when Q pops the Mystic Gush. It kind of stops all the action and forces RRQ to go on the back foot. And that is the one thing that they've been abusing, right? The Tsunami Slam into the Mystic Gush. It's a zoning tool, but also a burst tool. Macro-wise though, RRQ are still winning on the structures, and that's the advantage they have to try and use soon. Look at this though. Definitely attempts from EVOS to try and find something.
I mean, despite that, it looks like 55% is still favoring EVOS, despite the structures being for the hands of RRQ. We'll see how this pans out, especially now that we're going through the next lord, the first lord of the game. Albert is still behind when it comes down to level compared to Super Ken. So Super Ken does still have an edge, and it looks like Super Ken will be fast playing that far lane, and they're going to be able to set up better than EVOS here.
Slow. Oh. Oh, he would walk up. Tsunami Slam as well. All in onto E-Dog though. Even the Brave Spider used up. Raging slashes coming down. Oh, the burst on Toy! He's forced away. Dan pops into Consecration as Albert walks up on him. EVOS with a man advantage. A stun lands. Albert comes in with those cards, throwing it at Rins.
Super Ken is still hovering there in the mid lane. Looks like he's going to go for a steal.
All alone, he's gonna jump on towards the Lord. He has a Thorn Rose. He goes for the puncture. Now the throw! Oh. Right tree, consistent airlon! Comes around, but it's still the escape. Oh, Luke gets the kill on Rins! Mystic Guts on Dan Albert! Can't quite get the kill. The AOG lands on Luke. The taunt will not land. Luke gets out. Deadly Magic! Albert! Picks up yet another 6-0-3, make it 7-0-3 with a double for the baby alien.
So much damage dealt by EVOS right there. They got the neutral objective. They get the extra additional kills as well. Now with the Lord, they're going to equalize all of that structural imbalance. And they're going to put RRQ definitely on the back foot. And this is a comp without a lot of wave clear. RRQ have got to respect the damage.
The magic damage specifically, and now that we're heading into the 10th minute of the game, Erlan is also very close to finalizing his Swift Trinity, which means that they have to consider both magic and physical damage, and we're starting to see it show, especially in that particular team fight. Sure, the cycle of skills went down between Few as well as Key, but the layering of skills afterwards, that's where things really messed up for RRQ. That Mystic Gush does get opened up and we do see the damage, but all in all, RQ still able to defend these inhibitor turrets.
Oh man, you know, despite everything, that was supposed to be a clean play from EVOS, no questions. But Super Ken made it kind of close. Another jump on Luke though.
Luke's all good. He can actually re-engage for the team if necessary.
It's just not enough damage coming out of RRQ, man. Luke, with the Dominance Eyes and the War Axe alone, he's been able to do so much damage and heal back up all the damage that RRQ are trying to throw at him. And the fact of the matter is, RRQ don't have a lot of big AoE spells like the Mystic Gush, so they can't really match up output-wise. They should be kind of spread apart a bit more and confuse Few on where he should be throwing out his spells. But when they're just behind, it's a lot easier said than done.
And try triggering the resources, right? Maybe looking for a bait here and there. We're looking at the itemization, and finally we do see that Erlan gets to that Swift Trinity. But Super Toy isn't far behind as well. I think he's on his way to the Holy Crystal.
Yep. That's the Trinity that he is trying to get to. And with the 3 items, he will do damage, but there's just too much healing on the side of EVOS for him to have any say in the matter. Super Dan.
Oh, Deadly Magic. Brave Spider. Consecration still saves him. He gets away. Super Ken clears out the wave in the mid lane. Good splash of damage by the baby alien on Rins.
Half health, insta half health. Forced back straight into the base. Yes, the Holy Crystal here now gets built. Will it be enough though? Does he still need the Divine Glaive?
Ideally, I think so. It's not about resistances though, to be completely honest. It's just the healing, right? The Luke and he alone is just out of control.
Thorn Rose, but he won't commit. He knows Key is waiting somewhere in these bushes.
And they cannot carelessly move around without knowing where Key is. El Momento is an absolute menace. That's a Trinity picked up by Albert as well. It's gonna be a quick Lord take from EVOS. No reactions from RRQ.
Wow. Complete control from the White Tigers here in game number 1 for that first objective. What do RRQ do now?
Man, they gotta just wait and clear the waves, I guess. They need to abuse the fact that the land slot is left open, right? We were saying that this is the problem with picking up a gourd, you know, letting the land slot go. Right now, Key is able to threaten with his Tsunami Slam. They have to try and get away to initially force Key to use the Tsunami Slam and then send Super Ken in. But with the fleeting time, the first target needs to be tanky enough to not get taken out instantly. That's the big problem for now.
I mean, they've been utilizing the Tsunami Slam, but more so on E-Dog, right?
Yep. And that's the problem. He's the main frontline, one of the main frontlines. He can't tank enough damage. The Gush. Whoa.
Gush by Rins. Tsunami Slam purified out of by Super Dan. Luke jumps in with the Brave Spider, now goes through him, but he's gonna fall. He with the AOG backwards. Lord gonna be dealt with as the wave in the mid lane. Gets defended by RRQ. It's a far lane base turret taken by EVOS though. They still get value. Key Try to go walk up now. Super Ken looking for the chase. Able to find a puncture. Gets stunned up by Few. Good disengage, but the puncture comes around again, and it's a kill for Super Ken, who's finally on the board. 2-0-0.
Luke went very deep. He went very, very deep. He went under turret, taking in some damage as well, and eventually RRQ were able to capitalize over that, right? They denied that push, they denied the siege. And look at the watch party up front, by the way.
Want some more. Oh, he just steals the green camp.
Man, the EVOS fams, the Kingdom, they're all here in the MPL arena. They didn't have tickets, perhaps, I think, to watch it inside the arena, but they came through, still showing their support for the team. And this is what makes the Classic Derby the Classic Derby.
Just know that there are thousands of eyeballs on this match right now. And again, you always get this feeling that despite the fact that it looks one-sided, there's always something that could happen.
Yeah.
Whether it's because of the pressure, causing mistakes, causing the losing teams to kind of make something crazy happen. Just don't know what it is.
It was really good defense, I think, for RRQ earlier on. Super Ken as well gets those 2 kills, like you mentioned. Wait a second!
Nami Slam all in onto E-Dog again. Bravest fighter defensively, and for RRQ, there's just no initiation. What a stun by Few! He lands it on a Lancelot. And EVOS collapse on him. Gee! Ken's first death this game.
2-0-3 members left for RRQ. EVOS full 5, the White Tigers.
Deadly
They're
magic.
looking to close.
That was just a deadly magic, and Rinz had to respect it. Now look at the damage on Dan Albert, shredding him down. Mystic Gush from Few. Tsunami Slam by Henki. El Momento going wild. Now it's just Super Dan and E-Dog.
They don't have any minions right now. They're waiting for just a bit for the minions to come through, but look at that damage onto Super Dan.
I don't think they can do it, man. They can certainly hold the waves, but they cannot clear it. E-Dog with the AOG. Super Ken back up already. He's going to go for the puncture now, trying to clear out the waves of Blazing Wet from Erlon. And the Mystic Gush from Few shreds the frontliners like they're butter. EVOS starts the Classic Derby 1-0.